Today we're going to be talking about your Apex stuff. I was going to put out a video about some adult content type stuff, but it's not adult content because I don't do that. But anyway, we're talking about your Apex selfhood, your Apex personality, your Apex energy, and we're going to go into areas that I haven't covered before. I actually have not covered these areas before. This video is about 5 ways that you can feel comfortable in your Apex nature, because you have to get comfortable with others' discomfort. You cannot be a tiger walking through the forest, or a lion walking the pride, or a leopard romping through, or a cheetah, or whatever. You can't be one of these apex predators and be like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Are you guys okay? Are you guys okay? I hope I didn't trigger anything. I just want to create space." No, that's not how apex operates. Apex is not "I don't give a fuck," because that's the same as caring too much. It's the exact same thing. People that say "I don't give a fuck," even I say that at times. But like, if you say "I don't give a fuck" and it's coming from a place of you really, really give a fuck, and you want to seem more apathetic than you actually are, then it's a dead giveaway. Everybody will know. So in this one, we're going to be talking about how you feel comfortable with others' discomfort. And you'll find that the people, and I'm going to be careful about calling people worms, because now I'm at 1,000 subscribers. Thank you guys for subscribing. I really appreciate it. I do. I honestly do. I wanted to get to 1,000. But, when you get monetized, whenever someone thinks that they're giving you money, it's like, "I got you by the balls now." No, you fucking don't. Okay? Uh, I'm too free for that shit. So I'll keep doing what I'm doing, saying what I'm saying. I don't necessarily want to ever get monetized, but I think I'm close to being monetized. So honestly, I appreciate the people that care about this message and who this is impacting, who this is benefiting. So anyway, you've got to get comfortable feeling you have to become comfortable with other people's discomfort. If you're a leopard or a tiger walking through the forest and the deer run away, you can't chase them down and say, "I'm really nice. I'm really a good person. I care." You can't be that person. Okay? You have to be okay with other people being uncomfortable. It's just fine. It's okay. It's okay to feel good and to just be. Just be what you are. I'll tell a story, but I'm jumping in the chat. We got 4PF. All right. So it's like, growing up, I used to be really happy. Yeah, I'd have these moments where I was just genuinely happy in my spirit. Like there was a calm in my spirit. And a couple of those, there was multiple times where genuinely I was peaceful inside my spirit. And someone was like, "Are you okay?" Because you're not talking, they just were uncomfortable with my peace. And one of the things I learned from that as a kid was to be constantly fucked up in my head, constantly like on edge, constantly afraid a little bit, constantly anxious. Because if I was consciously anxious in here, the people around me weren't uncomfortable. But if I was in peace in here and in here, the people around me got like, "Oh shit, well, um, um," or they would, because these were adults that were around me. They were like, "You need to, you need to speak up. You need to talk. What's going on with you?" And I'm like, "Yo, I'm like really good on the inside," and I knew it because I could feel it inside of myself. You may be one of those people that, when you're calm, your resting bitch face comes out, and people go, "Did I say something? Did I say something?" Right? When a tiger walks through the forest, the deer run away. When a leopard climbs up the tree, the monkeys flee. Right? When the tiger walks through the forest, the deer get packing. When the leopard is in the tree, the monkeys flee. I'm going to try and make a thing there. Let's see. Let's jump in the chat. But this video is all about getting comfortable with the apex nature. And if people don't feel comfortable with that, that's okay. They are irrelevant. Okay? Other apex individuals will like it and they'll find you. Because a man that walks like you walk into the gym and you're a guy, you don't have to be the biggest, most muscular dude in the gym. And you just walk and you're just like a lion among monkeys, the women will just look at you. And women that are apex, like the most attractive women, will walk near you and try and be accessible. It's annoying that women are so passive, but I get it. Okay. Olivia Joe. Hello, Olivia. Welcome, welcome. Gigi says hi. I love Gigi. I mean, I love Gigi the singer, the Ethiopian singer. All right, Cube Confusion. Hey, hey, hey. Welcome, Cube Confusion. I got the lights in my eyes, so you have to forgive me. 4PF Cartier. Okay. Oh, there's somebody saying they love Diddy. All right, that's fine. All right, Man X. Once you learn to control the mind, you control everything around you. That's very true, Man X. Very, very, very true. Very true. Very true. Shout out to Man X. All right, Molly M. You called me a monkey and I'm black. Well, maybe you're a black monkey. I don't know. Hey, run for the hills. All right. Uh, Rexay. Love from Saint Gabriel, the Archangel. Aw, very nice. I love the Archangel. Hope you guys do have a good night. Thank you, Rexay. I appreciate you, Rexay. All right. So, the first thing that we're going to talk about is today we'll be talking about how the apex spirit, we'll be talking about apex spirit and the power you express. We're also going to talk about how to get comfortable being apex and other people being uncomfortable around you. We're going to talk about where that apex power comes from. And then we're going to close out with 5 daily habits that you can incorporate that lower your anxiety and actually boost your confidence so you don't feel so worried about how other people feel. Okay. All right, let's get right into it. We'll jump in the chat. Some okay, 4PF has really got a hard on for Diddy. All right. Yeah, Molly M. Okay, you chill. I love nature. Okay, VB better. All right. Let's see. I love the earth and animals. So do I. And I really love animals because they are so tasty. All right. Your apex energy. Let's talk about it. Your apex energy can be an affront to people who are gummy worms. I like that because they can't get mad at me if I say gummy worms. I really like that. Okay, so people that are gummy worms are going to be turned off by apex energy. They're going to be frightened by it. They're going to be intimidated by it. They're going to be offended by it. They're going to be all these things. You can walk into a room and not say a single word, and they're going to try and get in your face. One of the things I notice is when my apex is turned on, when the Taliger is functioning and flowing through me, I'll notice that it doesn't matter how big the guy is. It doesn't matter who the person is. They're going to try and start talking to me. Like they just start talking at me. And it's like, what? Because they're trying to feel you out. They're trying to make sure you're not going to fucking kill them when they turn around because they can feel the energy of an apex being. And people who have identified them, and again, this is a choice everybody's making. If you identify yourself as weaker or as whatever, when you're in the presence of power, you're not going to feel safe because it's like light. Whenever it's on, the darkness flees. You can't turn on a dark switch. You can always turn on a light switch. The darkness automatically flees. And so apex individuals are like that. We are the light. We are the salt. We are the salt of the earth. We're the light of the world. We are Christ's emissaries in the world. We're the children of the Most High. Not in a fake, stupid way like they teach you in the church, but in the real functional way that you see within nature. Powerful animals walk into the forest. The birds get quiet. The birds freak out at first. Everybody runs, right? And if you walk into a room and people do that, that's one sign that you're apex. All right, let's jump in the chat. Okay. Rexy says, thank you for teaching how to be strong men. Yeah. Are you 4K Trey? Yeah, I don't know who the fuck that is. All right, I subbed. I'm glad, Molly. Good, right? Right. Well, I mean, look, don't all of you guys sub, please, because first of all, make sure you're aligned with this message. Because I get too many subscribers, the fucking bitches at the monkeys in the damn matrix are gonna notice me. Okay, I'm okay with yeah, people watch me, buy my books, great. I just don't want to come. Well, fuck it, I don't give a shit. But subscribe. Thank you, Molly. All right. So your apex energy comes in as an affront to gummy worms, right? They freak the fuck out. All right. They don't feel comfortable with that level of power. Okay. So it's like you have to feel that apex energy within yourself, and you start to notice that everyone around you either runs or starts trying to talk to you, or they get uncomfortable. So you can pick it up. You can actually feel it. So some of the things that you might notice, all right, is that some of the apex traits that you might have. There's 5 here I'm going to give you. You're fearless of like authority and power because you know that's a meat puppet. We're all meat puppets. So anybody that, like, even if they have a gun, they're still a fucking meat puppet, right? They're human, is what I'm saying. They're gummy worms. We're all gummy worms to a great extent. But you're fearless of power. That's one trait. You see things before they happen. You may have a premonition. You may be able to see things before they happen. That's another thing. You see through bullshit, BS. Okay, that means you're a free thinker. You like, you go to church and they say, "Oh, Moses wrote the first 5 books of the Bible," and then you read Deuteronomy, which is the 5th out of the first 5, and you're like, "Wait, he wrote about his death? That doesn't make sense." All right, you see through bullshit. You can walk by yourself in the world. You don't need other people to approve of you to make you feel great. Obviously, there's a saturation point with this because completely psychotic people can walk alone and be totally fine, which is rare. But you're apex, so that you're not that. But just, just so you know, there is a saturation point, point of no return, whatever. All right, so you can walk alone. You have the ability to stand alone and walk alone, and to because you know that you're all right. You're all right. Maybe you had a parent that loved you and believed in you, and so you have that confidence that most people don't have. Most people don't have parents that really love them, and I'm just gonna be honest. Most people's parents didn't fucking love them. We say we love you, but it's fucking bullshit. Like, I'm just being truthful, okay? That's the one thing about this channel. I got to be true for y'all, because I'm going to put my time into this. I'm not going to waste it, okay? And then you have other uncommon abilities. Let's check up in the chat. Let's see here. You're welcome, and I have your book and watch your videos. Oh, thank you. I'm glad. I'm glad. Which book did you buy? I have a couple books out. All right. Thug Shake. All right. And I love your positiveness. I hope you're not trolling me, Molly, because I'm not always positive, but I'll take it. Thank you. All right. So yeah, as an apex human, you're gonna have multiple abilities that most gummy worms don't have. Okay. You just walk the earth with a certain kind of innate confidence and innate power that makes people very uncomfortable. And the more comfortable you get with the power that you have, the more you're able to refine your social settings, refine the kind of people that are around you and people that are drawn to you. Otherwise, you'll just continue to be uncomfortable being uncomfortable. Like, imagine a tiger that feels weird every time deer run away when he comes around. Like, you can't, you got to choose. You got to pick. Either you're a tiger or you're the prey. Either you're the apex predator or you're the prey. So you got to make a choice. All right. Um, so where does apex nature come from? Apex nature comes from God, the real God, the Most High, the Almighty, the source code. Okay, the Almighty is below the source code. The source code is the eternal God of all things, the Ancient of Days, as they might call it in the Bible. But you come directly from the source code, from God the Father, and from the Almighty, who's beneath God the Father, believe it or not, and you are connected to that. So that's where your apex nature comes from. And the more you cultivate that, the more power you feel. And the more power you feel, the more comfort you get with that power. And it's real power. It's not, I have a badge and a gun and you have to obey my authority. It's not that kind of bullshit power. That's not real power. You strip that person of their power, you strip them of their ability to fight, and they're just gummy worms. Okay? So, but with that power, you're still, with that power that you get, you're tapped into the source code. You're tapped into the source of life. So when you're tapped into the source code, that's how you're able to have the confidence to shift your reality, to reshape reality, to recreate the world around you. And so gummy worms don't have that ability. They just don't. They're produced en masse, 1,000 at a time. That's just like deer, like rabbits and bunnies and gummy worms. That's all they are. Okay, don't hate them. Love them with God's love. Tigers are gods who rule the forest. Cats are little gods that rule the farm. So you notice that. Yeah, pay attention to cats. Cats are a great example of the apex human nature, the geopolitical Christian path. All right. So we got a little cow that say, "I love you, positive." Okay, why are people so hateful? Because Rexay says, why are people so hateful towards one another? Well, because they're worms. This is how worms live. Gummy worms are like that. Um, hatred is not necessarily a bad thing, but it's just if you're okay. How many times are you walking on the street and you see like an ant and then you get angry. Oh, fuck those ants. Never, because you're more powerful than the ant. You don't give a fuck about them. That's why apex nature, your apex humanity is so important, because as an apex human being, as an apex individual, your job, you become so exceptional that the little people, the gummy worms, don't bother you. So you don't feel hatred in your heart. You just feel love. You're like, oh, look at this nature. Like Molly M said, oh, I like animals and stuff like that. Well, you start to love everybody because you realize none of them can do anything to you. So they're just worms, gummy worms. So most people hate because they're gummy worms, and they feel weak, and they feel broken, and they feel stupid, and they feel inferior, and their parents didn't love them. And I gotta be honest with you guys, like people love their kids up until a point. Like when they're little and they're cute, it's just because it's natural. You get, your brain is full of oxytocin, and they got little pudgy wudgy faces, and you just want to hug them and bite them all the time because they're so fucking cute. I love kids, right? They're so deliciously cute, right? But then they get older and they turn into teenagers, and you're like, fuck this bitch, right? Because they challenge you, and then they're just like, they're real humans now. They're not little monsters anymore. They're real humans. And so that's the real test of your love. When you can love them when they're teenagers. And most people don't experience that with their parents, and that's why they hate other people. Because when they become a person, a human, an adult, now they're alone, naked in the world, and they gotta fucking make it. You know how many people that were love, oh, you love you so much, and then all of a sudden they became like a teenager, and oh, it's not that your parents ever cussed you out, they didn't beat you, but they just stopped loving you the same. It just felt different. You knew the love changed. God loves you regardless. God loves you unconditionally. God loves you in your shit. God loves you if you're a gummy worm. God loves you if you're a loser. God doesn't give a shit. God made you that way, and so God's okay with it. But most people hate each other because the truth of the matter is their parents hated them. And, everybody loves children. But once you become a little bit older, people start hating you because that's just the way it is for gummy worms, man. It's the way it is for gummy worms. All right. Let's jump in the chat. People are asking questions. Yeah, facts. Thank you. Thank you, Molly M. Missy Martins, hey, what's your favorite video game overall? I don't play video games. I fucking hate video games. All right. Molly M. Missy Martin, we're not talking about that. Say that for later, please. Thank you, Molly M. Should I make you moderator? I'm not gonna make nobody moderator. All right. Let's see here. So the next thing we're gonna talk about is getting comfortable with your apex nature. Okay. Listen, you were born with special gifts and talents. You're still connected to the source code. You're still connected to God. You still remember heaven, like the real heaven, not the clouds and angels and harps. No, you remember the presence of the Almighty. And that's why you're not intimidated by leadership or by people that have influence, or that's not important to you. That's why you can walk alone and stand alone and be your own person and think clearly and have confidence and things like that. So how do you get comfortable with that? Maybe you as a child, when you were in your power as an apex being, and by the way, there are apex children. There are lots and lots of apex children. As a matter of fact, most children are apex up until a certain age when they get conditioned and programmed and stuff like that. But let's say as a child, your apex nature showed up and you came from a culture where the apex nature is beat down, okay? And so, because you're told you're a victim and we came from slavery and everybody's trying to oppress us and blah, 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 blah. And because of this, you're being held down. All those fucking bullshit lies, right? And so you bought into that and you started to shut down your apex nature. And then you became an adult and then you started getting oppressed and treated like shit. You never had money and everybody hated you. And you're like, oh God, it's so hard. Well, you bought into a bunch of lies. Doesn't matter. Let's say you were born a female, right? And you grew up being taught it's harder for women and the patriarchy and toxic masculinity. And you grew up and manifested that life. Well, you've got to get comfortable with your apex nature. Despite all the bullshit that someone gave you growing up, you still have the power. You still have the ability to see through bullshit. You can still see things before they happen. You still have these special abilities from the divine. Well, this is how you get comfortable with those abilities. You've got to identity shift, ID shift. You got to say, who do I want to be? Find the most powerful being inside of yourself. And if you can't feel her or him or those or them inside of yourself, find people, beings, gods, goddesses, angels, whatever, saints that you can identify with, that you can infuse into your psyche until That identity cleanses your identity of the inferiority, of the gummy worm identity. Okay? Excuse me. All right? You are a son, a daughter of the Most High. You got to know that. And you know that already. It's time to be okay with it. If other people are uncomfortable with your power, fuck them. All right, let's see here. Yeah. This is what facts mean. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Molly. So, all right, the second thing is another thing to think of that'll help you to be comfortable with being an apex human, a geopolitical Christian, is to understand that your dad, your real dad, your father, your eternal father, created reality. And that makes you an heir to reality. Like the angels, like the God of this world, even, who is Satan, even like him, you have the same level of power. You actually have the same level of power as the God of this world, believe it or not. Only when you accept your apex status. Only then. Otherwise, you're beholden to him. Just like with Jesus, Satan offered him all the kingdoms of the world. He was like, I got the whole universe. What the fuck are you talking about, man? That's what you are. You're like Jesus. You have that level of power. So your creator, your father, your source created this thing and gave you dominion to shape it and to mold it the way you decide. Just like Adam, and Adam is not one man that we all came from. Adam is Edom. It refers to the conscious mind. Edom means red in Hebrew, but it's a reference to the external self, okay? The conscious mind. He went around and named all the things in the world. He created the world by his word, right? He just said, that's a giraffe, that's a lion, that's a snake, that's a bird. That's what Adam did. And that's actually a part of you. Adam, Edom, is part of you. Like Eve or Chava, she is the inner self, right? And just think about the design of a male and a female. The male's creative organs are outside of his body, the external part, right? That's your conscious self. The female's creative organs are inside of her body. That's Chava, the inner self. And so you are a creator externally and internally with the divine. And so you have the ability to shape reality, just like in the story of the Garden of Eden. Okay, I'm getting deep into the esoteric truths behind it. All right, so thank you, Molly. So just remember, your creator, your father, your source is the one that created this reality. Okay, all right. So the third thing that you can that you can do to get comfortable with your apex nature, even if it makes other people uncomfortable, is to choose to be great. The only difference between you and gummy worms is that you chose greatness. They forgot that they were great. You did too, to an extent, but you are remembering that. You're pulling that back. You're like, wait a second. I can shape this reality. I can shape this reality. I ain't got to suffer anymore. I don't have to go through all the bullshit. And then you go out there and you do it. You create it. And you start to see results. You're like, whoa, man, I really am shaping this world. I am a co-creator with God. Oh, wow. Okay. What am I going to create next? When you realize you're a co-creator, you're created with God the Father, you start to realize, wait a second. I can create all kinds of beautiful things in this world. That's the thing that people do. When they realize their power, they start to create beautiful things. They're the ugly things that get created, but that's just a response to gummy worms. But think of it that way, okay? All right, and then finally, the final way to get comfortable with being an apex human, a geopolitical Christian. One, go to www.apexhumanity.org. You can see the link is in the description to this video. It's a powerful website, gives you a whole breakdown of everything, and it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. All right, but the final thing to get comfortable with other people's discomfort with your power is realize that being small serves no one, except for the gummy worms. Okay. And being small and pretending to be small when you're really great insults God. It insults your creator. Your creator made you a perfect masterpiece, an apex human, one who can create and build and shape reality in beautiful and harmonious ways. Gummy worms don't get to do that because they've chosen not to. So fuck them. Be a wonderful, beautiful, powerful creator and choose to be great, because choosing anything otherwise is an insult to your creator. All right. And then we're going to talk about the 5 daily habits that you can use in Apex Human. to accentuate your apex nature and also to feel very powerful in the world. And I found these things to be life changing. So we get in the chat real quick. Molly M saying wonderful things. I'm the only one here. Dang. No, it's okay. There's so many times it's like 0 people or 1 people in here. And I don't give a fuck because I'm doing what I love. Okay, it could be 0 people, and I've had so many videos where it's just 0 people. You know, hey, look, I'm speaking truth. This in the highest level of stuff. So if I'm like on that highest level, I'm like, okay, this is not what humanity's ready for yet. Okay, next. So anyway, there are 5 daily habits that you can use to accentuate your apex nature. Number 1, like, share, subscribe, comment below. Comment below, like, share, and subscribe. Let me just say that because you got to say that if you're a YouTuber. The other is put a physical challenge in your life daily. Any physical challenge. It could be a small one, it could be a big one, but every single day, just get yourself in the process of overcoming a physical challenge. Okay. One of them is ice baths. I love ice baths. Oh, I love them. I used to just go in for a minute and a half and it would be too much. And then I realized at about a minute and 45 seconds, it just didn't matter anymore. And one day I stayed in for 13 minutes. Didn't even realize. Like I just sat there, just kept counting up to 700 and this, 700, 777 seconds, 778, and boom, I was there. So ice bath is a wonderful thing. There's so many health benefits to doing an ice bath. An ice bath lowers your blood pressure. If you want to get rid of feelings of despair, jump in the ice bath for 2 minutes, come out. All those feelings of despair have gone. And also in Ethiopia, one of the ways they drive out demons is they put people in an ice bath. So there's something. Those Coptics over in Ethiopia know what the fuck they're doing. All right. I think it's the Falasha that do that. But anyway, it's the Habisha, right? The Ethiopians. All right, the Amarnya. And anyway, another thing you can do every day is work out. It doesn't have to be a big workout. It can be a small. Let's check in on Molly. I liked and shared to my friend and stuff. Thank you, Molly. Thank you. Oh, that's sweet. I appreciate it, Molly. All right. Another thing to do in your physical challenge is to work out. Do workout. It can be little. It does not have to be big, y'all. Don't be going killing yourself like doing fucking 35-minute workouts. Do a 5-10 minute if you can do 10 minutes every single day, that's better than doing 30 minutes once here and then once there and being sore every day in between. Don't kill yourself, y'all. You are apex humans. You're already great. You're just refining and polishing it off. So just do a little workout every single day. And I love Bully Juice. I subscribe to him. Bully Juice, just type in Bully Juice, one word. He's got so many beautiful 5-minute stretchers, 5-minute warm-ups, 10-minute body workouts, and it'll make you so good. I've been using his stuff for years. I always like trying to share his stuff. So he's got good shit. All right. Run is another way to do it. It just pushes you. It gets you sweating. It gets you moving. Sweat somehow, freeze somehow. Okay, just overcome some physical challenge because that accentuates the in you. That animal. It gets it going, and you need that. Gummy worms don't have the animal in them; they're just gummy worms. Okay. Molly said, "Yeah, you're welcome. Just trying to keep the job." Thank you. Thank you, Molly. I appreciate you. I love you. Okay. And then the second thing that you can do that's a daily habit every single day is meditate or pray or spend some time in solitude or devotion. Okay. Or read scripture. Okay. So anything spiritually accentuating. I highly recommend reading the Bible. It's a wonderful book. I love it with all my. I just love the Bible. I just love the Bible. But there are many meditation books you can read, many things from many other religions that you can use. As a geopolitical Christian, you read anything you want as long as it elevates your spirit. Meditation is really great. Focusing on one thing and drowning out everything else. If your mind gets wandery, you start thinking about the kids or the bills, whatever, just bring your mind back. It's no big deal, y'all. You're an apex human already. You ain't got to worry about all this stuff. Prayer is not Jesus, 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 please, Jesus knows. None of that shit. That's what heathens and pagans and savages do. Prayer is when you see something that you desire, see it as if it's already yours. It's already yours. Relax. It's done. God's going to give it to you in its perfect time. If it be late, then wait, for it is sure it will not be late. So just relax. Everything is happening. Solitude cleanses your mind of the voices that everybody else has. And solitude doesn't mean just going and being by yourself in the corner. It means cleansing your head of mommy's words, daddy's words, sister's words, pastor's words, president's words, brother's words, everything. It just get your mind clear and let it be inhabited by your own thoughts. That's solitude. So this is the second thing with spiritual focus. Third thing is social refinement. All right. Social refinement. All right. Mix with apex people. All right. Connect with apex individuals. Now, if you're in a community or a group of people where there are not enough apex people going around, like you don't have apex individuals, these are people that are gummy worm people, and they're just afraid of life. Okay. Then you can get online, go to YouTube, like you're here now, and type in people like this channel, like my channel, but also look at interviews of people that you want to be like, interviews of people that you want to emulate. I love Eddie Murphy. He's one of my greatest heroes. I love Donald Trump, one of my greatest heroes, right? I watch these people. I watch their interviews. I take in their stuff. I love I Show Speed. I love Kai Cenat. I love Jewel, the singer from the 90s. I love I love Candace Owens. I love Brett Cooper. I love Estelle Richter. I mean, I'm naming all these people. You may not know them, but I love these people and admire them. And I get enough exposure to them so that the energy that they are putting off lands on me and accentuates my apex nature. Okay. So even if this is social refinement, the third thing, even if you cannot hang out with other apex humans in the immediate, just jump in there, look at some interviews, watch people you admire, follow them, and incorporate their energies into your body. All right, let's see what's happening in the chat. I feel like you're the only YouTuber that talks facts. I'm one of the only ones. There are more out there, but I just talk it in the way that I do, and I appreciate you appreciating it. All right, my kin. Remember me? Yeah, I remember you, my kin. No, I don't, but he might. Molly's funny. My grandma would have picked Queens, the singer. Oh, Queen, yeah, 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 yeah. Or band, yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, see? Anybody that you admire and look up to, you want to just inundate yourself with that. Instead of spending the night with the girls, going out, put on, like, look, I don't care about Oprah's politics, and I think she's a little corrupt, but I fucking admire her. I fucking admire her. I like her. Now, I love Donald Trump, so I'm going to watch way more of him. But I will let these people and their experiences and their stories flood my mind and remind me that I'm on my path. I'm doing the best I can with what I got. It's hard right now, but guess what? I'm going to fucking get through it. I'm going to get to the other side, and it's going to be so much more beautiful on the other side of that pillar. Oh, my God. When it finally unfolds, oh God, it's gonna be so beautiful. So I'm just staying on my path. Okay. All right. And then the fourth thing, practice rational selfishness. Ask yourself every single day, every single time you are interacting with somebody, does this benefit my path more than it benefits them? If it doesn't, drop it as much as you can. Drop it. Okay. This is not easy, y'all. Excuse me, let me not do that. Some of you guys are naturals, and you're just like, yeah, okay, I'll be just selfish as I can be. And trust me, when you're as selfish as you can be, when you're kind to people, it's genuine. When you're loving to people, it's genuine. When you're helping someone, it's because it serves you, and you can help them all the way. You're not just helping them because, Jesus meant to be a nice person. Okay, you're not being a fucking idiot. You are actually helping from the core of your being, from your heart of hearts. So ask yourself, does this benefit them more or does it benefit me more? If it benefits me more, do it. If it's inconvenient for you, fuck it. Fuck it. There are people that have sent me to, I don't gotta say that. They know I love them. So there are people that I love that send me texts and send me all kinds of stuff. And I just don't got the time to deal with it. I just don't have the time to deal with it. I'm sitting in an ice bath. I'm working my ass out. I'm making these videos. I'm writing my book, my other book. This is my fourth book. It's like, I got a lot of shit going on. Like, I do not have fucking time. And so unless it's my kids or maybe my dad from time to time, like, it's like, usually it's my kids. Like, if it's something I can reach out to, then I'm going to do it. But it has to be convenient for me. Even with my kids, if it's not convenient, I don't do it. All right. And I know that's rational selfishness. All right. All right. So always double check. That was gibberish. Pardon me. Let me jump back to the chat. Okay. You being a Christian doesn't do anything. Oh, man. Yeah, I guess. All right. So, Oh yeah, and then practicing rational selfishness also means finding your apex path. That means not giving a fuck, and in a genuine way. Not again. There's too many people who say I don't give a fuck, but they really care. Especially when a teenager says that, it's like, oh, okay, and then you just tell them, I saw you playing with yourself. Don't say that. That's, I guess, a sexual abuse or something. Don't say that. But I'm saying, like, tell them something that's going to embarrass them and watch how much they give a fuck. They care. Okay, so there are adults that are like that. They're teenagers. I don't give a fuck. What I'm saying is truly don't give a fuck. Okay. Um, Sometimes I can't read my own handwriting. With power. I don't know what that is. Play with power. You got to play with power. Okay. I'm not gonna go over that. That's too dark. We're not gonna go there right now. That's for the paid membership. All right. So, and then finally, I talked about rational sevens. This is actually number 6. Speak apex words means only talk highly of yourself. Today, a lady said, I'm terrible. She said, I'm terrible. I wasn't going to correct her because look, bitch, you want to be terrible, then you'll be terrible. I could have told her, well, I did say something kind to her. I said, there's a part of you that is exceptional and does it well. And then she said, yeah, you're right. When I was in my 20s, I was very focused and I was able to do it. As women get older, they start to shit on themselves. And that's just kind of something that women do. And that's, again, society encourages it. But if you're a woman, I'm going to tell you right now, don't shit on yourself. If you're a man, don't shit on yourself. If you're a child of the Most High, don't shit on yourself. God's not pouring shit out of the sky on you, so don't you do it. Okay? Look, if people are going to hate you and treat you like shit, let them do that. Okay? God's not doing it. You don't need to do it either. So there. All right? So speak like an apex. Speak on your self-power. And yeah, there's something to be said for being authentic, right? Fake it till you make it is bullshit. That's just going to keep you in hell. But speak words of power on yourself from an authentic place as much as you can. Like, look, if you feel like, okay, let's say you're overweight and you feel like a piece of shit for that. Oh, I'm a fat fuck. All right, you could say I'm a fat fuck, or you could say, um, I love it when I'm fit. Are both true? Yeah, they're both true. So say the thing that's true and empowers you. Say what's true that empowers you. Say what's true that empowers you. Say what's true that empowers you. So let's say you're broke. Man, I'm broke as fuck right now. Okay, yeah, that's true. Oh man, do you know how I love it? I really love it when I have a lot of money. Both are true. Say the latter, right? Say what's true and empowers you. Say what's true and uplifts you. Say what's true and because this is the thing. Your mind already knows your bullshit. God knows your bullshit. So if you're saying, I am a prosperous, abundant, favored by God. Bull fucking shit. God knows you're lying. Your spirit knows you're lying. Guess how much money you're gonna get from that? Zero. You're gonna get negative zero. You're actually gonna get more broke because you're gonna go to the store. I'm abundant. Spend all your fucking money, and no more money's gonna come in your account. So be authentic. Say what's true as it aligns with you, as it empowers you. Speak power upon yourself. Speak power upon yourself. It's okay to from time to time slip up. Don't beat yourself up. Bring yourself back to clarity. Love yourself as much as you possibly can. As a matter of fact, the great work of how to defeat demons, that's the last chapter. I got to get that book. It's by Saint Nicodemus from the Orthodox Church, edited it, and I got to get it. I'm going to get this book. But he basically said the greatest way to defeat demons is to forgive yourself 1,000 times a day, as if every single time, if you slip up 1,000 times a day, forgive yourself every single time as if it was the first time and you were being forgiven purely. God does that, and God is perfect. Jesus did that, and Jesus was perfect. You think you're better than them? Don't beat yourself up. Get off of that. Let your mom beat you up. Let your society tear you down. Let everybody else treat you like shit. Don't let them. But you get what I'm saying. They can do that, but don't you do it. Okay? And so speak power into your life. Speak power upon yourself. And look, sometimes if you're gonna fake it till you make it, if you're ever gonna fake, the only way it's gonna work is if you joke. If you say, ha, I'm the king of the world. Ha, I'm so fucking rich. And you're joking and you don't give a fuck. Like you generally, it just doesn't care to you. You don't matter. That, like I have joked about things and they have come true money wise. It's like, I've said things to God sometimes jokingly. I'm like, oh, yeah, 100,000. Oh, I'm a millionaire. Blah blah blah. Whatever. You know, there have been times when, like literally, this happened to me in 2020 when everybody was all fucked up because of the pandemic, whatever. And I did this ritual like the night before or whatever. It was like a ritual because I was doing a lot of ritual at the time, ceremony. And next day I checked my bank account and like I was broke as fuck because I wasn't working and my job was lost and I didn't get any. It was broke as fuck, but yeah, that's okay to say because that's the past. I'm you know like, I'm keeping myself on task here. Anyway, I looked at my bank account and I had $889,000 in it. Okay, a lady fucked up the thing and put the wrong number in there, and I was just like, whoa, what are the odds of that matching up like that? It happens. I mean, there have been times when I've gotten thousands of dollars out of nowhere, and it was and it stayed in my account, and I was able to utilize it. But that was a beautiful thing. She she took the money back the next day. I wish I had withdrawn it all. Hey, your problem. You fucked up. I'm a millionaire now. Yeah, it was 889,000. It was a beautiful experience. I was like, what? Okay, okay, okay. Next time, let's let it land and stay, and it will happen. Okay, and it is happening now. God is good. God is good. All right. So that's all I got to say about that. Listen, you got to be comfortable with your apex nature, and yeah, yeah. Be comfortable with the apex nature. We'll just review the 5 things that you got to be comfortable with. You got to be comfortable. The ways that you get comfortable, just mentally, is just ID shift. You're a son or daughter of the Most High. Act like it. Speak like it. Your father, your dad created the whole universe. You're entitled to the best of this life. Uh, you can choose to be great. Everybody else wants to be a gummy worm. Let them be a gummy worm. You be great because you're an apex human now. You're a geopolitical Christian. So be the best. Being small serves no one, and it is a curse to God. It's an insult to God. 5 daily habits is physical challenge. Ice bath, workout, run, sweat, freeze. Do it. Don't do it too much, just enough that you feel it. That you feel the power in your body. Trust me, it's gonna change your whole fucking life. All right. 2, spiritual focus. Meditate, pray, get into solitude, get into scripture, have devotion every day, just to get your mind infused with apex nature, child of the Most High. All right, got some activity. I'm gonna finish this up. Then I'm gonna jump into activity. All right, and then social refinement. Okay, I mean, mix with apex people if you have access to those people. If you don't, go on YouTube, find this channel, watch all the stuff I'm putting out, all the beautiful, magical, enchanting, blessed stuff I'm putting out. Also, look up people that you admire. Like I said, one of my greatest heroes is Eddie Murphy, Donald Trump. God, there's so many people. Joe Rogan, Oprah Winfrey. I know they all come from different walks of life, but I admire them. I watch their interviews. Michael Bloomberg, he and I have the same birthday. Tomorrow's Michael Bloomberg's birthday. Tomorrow's my birthday. See, he's a multi-billionaire, one of the richest men in the world. I'm the same. So, hey, look, I might as well just claim it and own it. The third thing is, social refinement. Look at their interviews. Let their energy infuse your system. And then fifth, practice rational selfishness. Ask yourself this question. Does this benefit them more? It benefits me. If it benefits someone else more than you, don't fucking do it as much as you can. If it makes it inconvenient for you to help somebody or do something nice for somebody, and it's don't fucking do it if you can. Okay, if it's your children, that's different. Like if they're little children, then legally you have to do a lot of inconvenient things for them. But if it's like older children, if it's like random blokes in the street, fuck them. You love them kids. They know you love them. Strangers, fuck them. You ain't gotta love those people. You love them with godly love, but don't do anything that would make your life harder in any way. Even if it's like I'm sitting in a warm seat right now, and that lady wants me to give her my seat. Unless she's an old lady and you really have a good heart and you feel good doing that, it feels good to you. So having the old lady sit in your seat feels better than you sitting in it. Then do that because it feels better to you to have her sit there. But if it feels terrible to you, because you're like maybe you sprained your ankle and now you're in pain and you're gonna like fuck that, man. She got 2 good ankles. You got 1 good ankle. Sit in the seat. All right. And then finally, speak high words to yourself. Speak highly of yourself. Stop giving a fuck about what other people think. They can go eat a bag of dick. Excuse me. They can go eat. I have to put this one as 18 years old. They can go eat a bag of gummy worms. Okay. So yeah, that's what I got to say about that. And let's jump in the chat real quick. I already did run today. Oh, good. Went to the gym. Okay, they have a nice warm pool in there. Very good. Warm pool is nice. Try and get in that ice. A warm pool is nice, but try and get in the ice because it'll lower your blood pressure for like 24 hours. That's what my dad was telling me. So anyway, that's all I got to say about that. Like I said, I got some 18 plus videos that I got to put out. I think I'll just go ahead and do it. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. I'm gonna do it. All right, y'all. If you're liking this information and you find it, you find it enlightening, make sure you like, share, subscribe. Also, get out there and get, hey God, get, hey God, wake the fuck up. Oh my, okay. Get, hey God, wake the fuck up. Bible wisdom you're not supposed to know about real life and the real you. Make sure you get your book. Also, the prayer, the 7-day prayer book is coming out. It'll be out tomorrow. So make sure you keep an eye out for that. It's going to be in all the videos. Thank you guys for being here. Like, share, subscribe, comment below, get the books, make yourself Apex, awaken the Apex power within yourself. Be awesome. And thank you, Molly M. Oh, you have it? I'm surprised. That's good. Good for you, Molly. Damn. Damn. Good for you. All right, go out there. We'll live it. Live it. All right, go live it. All right, Molly.